Yo, what's up everybody? It is your boy back with another reaction. And today I am reacting to my good friend Emily's love story because she recently fell in love and is now with her boyfriend Emilio, or as another friend of mine would refer to them as Eminem. And plus two, I want to show her the love, the support, because I go to 2 churches with her. So, why not? Let's get into the reaction without further ado.
Hello, this is story time.
Whoa! First off, right off the bat, I'm sorry for pausing it this early, but whoa, they have an actual proper, intro! Yay! Congrats! So far, I love it. Oh.
And tea time.
Whoa.
With Emily
They
Town.
have tea, I have coffee.
And myself. Cheers. Ah, it's hot. Ah.
Of course.
Ah, it's hot. I have to hold it properly. Okay. Cheers.
Wow.
And this is the story
Wow,
on how we
Amelia. Right in front of your
became a
girlfriend.
thing.
You slurped it
Cheers.
right in front of your girlfriend. Rude.
Yeah.
Just cheers. And
Lol. Just kidding.
So,
Ugh. Really? Again,
So
I
Emily-
think that's twice now, Amelia. Wow, rude.
you
Lol.
care to
Nice.
explain?
Wow.
explain this to me.
Wow. Okay.
I even have popcorn for it. How crazy the story is.
What? Popcorn.
Hold on a sec. Hello,
Whoa,
we're
I'm
back
jelly.
again.
Hello, we are back for part 2 of story time.
What?
It was just too epic, the first part.
Whoa,
Yeah,
the first
it
part
was
was
too
too epic,
epic.
guys. Whoa.
You didn't want it?
No.
Wait, can I make this look like your hand? Wait.
What's happening?
What?
Oh no.
Wait.
Oh no.
Look, it looks like you're eating popcorn.
Oh, this is why.
It looks like your hand.
Okay.
This is what to deal with.
Okay. This is why I love them, because they're so flipping adorable. Ugh. I love them so much. Both Emily and Emilio go together so well.
Wow, you just really want popcorn right now.
Apparently.
Nice.
But yeah.
What happened? You see, back in 1998, I was born, and
What? We're
Wow.
going that far.
Going all the way back, okay?
We're going way back.
Well, it's been a little over a
Going
month
way
since
back.
we've been together.
Nice.
And it's been pretty cool so far. The story. It is quite a story. It all started. Well, actually, I knew that he had a thing for me for a while.
Interesting.
And,
collecting them at this
I
point.
Very
am.
interesting.
Because it's rude to eat and tell the story.
Yeah, Emilio, it's rude to eat and tell the story. JK, Emilio.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
JK.
You can eat. I'll tell the story.
What?
You didn't say that. No.
It's all good, Emilio, don't worry.
But, basically.
Because I'll know you and
I
them
knew
will
he had a
probably
thing for me
react
for a
to me
while.
reacting to this.
Started
so,
off, I was at work at
All
Durham Eco
jokes.
Water at the time, and it was a Thursday. And my mom, she usually would drop me off for work and take the van for prayer, and then come and pick me up after work. And so that was the case. She picked me up from work, and she was with Timber, and they were driving me home. As they're driving me home, they're talking about how his mom came to one of the prayer meetings. And they both got talking about me, and my mom, showed a picture of me on her phone. And his mom was just like, oh yeah, Emilio really likes her a lot. And I was just like, oh. I figured, it was like, oh, is there something going on here? I was like, oh man. Because before that, I had a lot of other guys also that were like, hey. And I'm just like, oh.
I don't blame them.
So it's just like,
We're
oh.
all shot up. I don't know.
Nice.
Keep going on. I'm so dumb.
like, well,
You're not.
Go with the story.
the other guys,
But anyways,
they tried.
so yeah, those guys, that was an interesting, that's another story for another time. But
Whoops.
terrible. But yeah, so I knew that. And then there was some time later, we had like a little Bible study meetup at like Tim's Wendy's. It was a Timber and Carter Emilio. And the way that he was just interacting with me, I was like, oh, maybe there's truth to this. So I just, showed him respect like every other guy, try my best to like play it cool and like, I didn't know kind of thing. But yeah, as time went on, he nice. He went through a sad, depressive episode, and it was really sad seeing him like that, but I tried my best to be there for him, and, he got better.
She was a good friend.
Okay, side note here. Now that Emily has brought up the fact that Emilio went through a sad, depressing state, just want to let y'all guys know, right now, depression, not a fun thing to go through. If you have a friend that is going through depression, help them out. Be there for them. Please, I beg you to be there for them. 100%. Because even I know what it's like to go through that. And it ain't easy. Especially when it feels like the world is like weighing on you and you have all these emotions mixed in. So if you have a friend that is going through depression, please just be there for them. Okay? That's all I ask. Anyway, continue.
A great friend.
Oh. Yeah. And then it got better and it was like, yeah, things were good. And then some time went. It was around July and I was in a really depressive episode myself. I was trying to get through some stuff in my mind, just like, letting go of friends and things like that, because I was holding them up to a high standard, like on a thrones or something. I had to bring them down, basically. And it was a hard time for me trying to let go of that and dealing with that kind of thing. And I thought I was doing good. And then I was talking with someone about it at this picnic, and it just kind of triggered the pain and hurt again. And so it was a hard time for me.
Fun fact, I was at that picnic. Just thought I'd say that.
But then the next day he made a status on like a group event page I made for the picnic, and he's just like, you guys are all so cool. And I'm just like, I don't know about me, but because I don't really feel like I'm that cool.
The coolest. The coolest.
That's just me though.
The coolest didn't think she was cool. Like what?
Yes,
Yeah,
you are very cool,
that's true.
Emily.
But yeah, and I guess that really bothered him. He went on a run and it just really bothered him. But yeah, and so then he went and checked my Facebook and saw like this rocket painted. And I painted this rock. It's like a broken heart with like a band-aid and a scripture on it. So yeah, and then I got the text from him, which was like, wee cool police. You're under arrest for being
Such
too
an Emilio
cool.
thing to do.
Just like,
Such an
because
Emilio thing to do,
that's
guys.
what he's like, he's
Honestly.
cool like that. Just, yeah.
The
He
cool
knows,
police has her.
well,
It's got her.
he knows a lot
The
of
cool
police.
police
But
have
anyway.
Too late.
So he texted that and he was just like, you want to hang out? And I'm just like, I don't know, like maybe. Like at first I wasn't sure about it, but then I was like, okay, sure, why not? So
hesitant.
I was. But so then, he came over to the house and we played cards and had fun in the backyard and stuff. And he was just like, I want to be a better friend to you. It's like you're like an egg. I want to crack your shell and get to know you a bit better. And I thought it was nice and stuff. And I ended up actually opening up to him about what was going on and stuff. And it's just like, yeah, that's sweet and stuff. But I was hesitant because there was a lot of times before where people would say stuff, but they didn't actually mean it. So for me, it was just like, take it with a grain of salt. Like, okay, sure.
Yeah, that's how it starts. Honestly, guys. Yeah, honestly. That's how it starts. You start to dig into the emotions, and then it leads further. And one thing leads to another, and the next thing you know, you're boyfriend and girlfriend. Like these two. Perfect couple. Although I may have another point as I go through, so we'll see.
And then he left the place, and my mom was like, you sure about him? Like, she mentioned a few times before, just the way we were interacting and stuff, like, you sure there's not, more to this or something going on? And usually I'm just like, nah, but this time around it was like kind of considering it. And as time went on, he, started messaging me every day and wanting to hang out and stuff, and it's just like, okay, this guy actually means what he says, and that's huge because not many people do. And so,
yep, facts right there, Emily. Facts. Yeah, that's one thing you want to be careful of, guys. There are way too many snakes in the grass, and you'll find that one that's like, how do I describe it? you'll find that one person that's not a snake. That's like true, like that really means what they say. So if you find that one person out of the herd of snakes, if you find that one person that's like true to themselves, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna put this. Keep them. Stick by their side. Maybe it'll turn into something, maybe it won't. You never know. So, Emily, facts. Big facts right there, girl.
I was like, all right, that's cool. And then we had this month where we just like spent a lot of time together along with our friend Victoria, and it was a lot of fun, trio, let's go.
I know her.
It was a lot of fun. And, especially there's that night, as Victoria calls it, cross borders, that night. I let him hold my hand.
That night she called it?
Nice. But, we just chemistry out of nowhere, basically, in August.
Okay. This is one of the points I wanted to bring up. Oh, I'm sorry, Emily, and I'm sorry, Amelia, right now ahead of time. You guys literally said it was like chemistry out of nowhere. My point here, chemistry, I don't know if this is just me, but chemistry comes from somewhere. Like, there must have been a connection, and clearly there was a connection for the chemistry to happen, because it doesn't just come from nowhere. Like, you gotta get into the, like, how the chemistry came about. I'm sorry, it's the inner part of me that's like, there's no way it could have came just out of nowhere. It had to have come from somewhere. So please, if you could dive into it a little bit more and explain where the, like, chemistry happened, I would appreciate it so much, okay? That's all I have to make for this bit here. Chemistry comes from somewhere. Even matter, gravity, all of that stuff, even air, like, all that stuff that has to do with chemistry comes from somewhere. So that's why I'm asking very nicely to dive into how the chemistry happened. Maybe I'm jumping to conclusions here, but, I just don't feel like chemistry comes from nowhere. I'm sorry, and Emilio, but chemistry for me must come from somewhere. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah. Anyway, continue on.
I just noticed the chemistry. What is this? Whoa. But yeah, we had a lot of fun, and the last fun time we had was making pizza at Victoria's place.
Pizza, I love pizza.
And then all of a sudden he got really sad and depressed. He was like, what's going on, man? He said, oh, it's just feelings, no big deal. It's like,
feelings. Guys don't, as a man, we don't say anything about feelings.
Facts.
Not allowed to. No, I'm kidding.
No, actually though, on the real though, Emilio, it can be very hard for a guy to, like, express himself sometimes, depending on the situation he's in. Because, good grief. Can't believe I'm actually saying this, but half the time it feels like when a guy expresses his feelings, the way society views a man when he expresses his feelings isn't the greatest. It isn't. He's considered a wimp. It's like, no, come on. We can do better as a society. Like, guys should be able to express how they feel without being judged. So, yeah. I'm gonna say Emilio's kind of right there. Society has a standard society has a standard for men, and if a man doesn't reach that standard, it's like let's go after this man and figure out, like, let's, pretty much cancel him, do all this stuff, and put all this pressure on him, and, it irritates me, okay? So, just letting y'all know right now, society is messed up, and guys should be able to feel what they want without being judged. Continue.
Yes.
Carry on.
Yeah, so it was just feelings. And I'm just like, no, it's not, man. What's going on? I want to help you. And he just was like sloughing me off. Just no. And that was when the worry started for me. Because I was like, is he going back into that depressive episode of wanting to hide away from the world and stuff? And so, then he left group chats. And I mentioned maybe we could hang out Sunday. I was like, well, maybe we could cheer him up, hang out on Sunday. And he's like, I can't hang out Sunday. I need to be alone. I need space.
So, yeah.
And I was at Victoria's Cottage at the time having fun. So I was trying to have fun, but I was also worried on the back of my mind too. And then he made this status at one point saying, if I'm your friend, I'm gonna just leave anyways. Remember that hurt? And I was just like, please don't leave.
I'm so sorry.
Poor
That's so bad.
Yeah. It's like, please don't leave. So then Sunday came and I was searching on Facebook and I realized that I couldn't find him. And I was like, oh no. So, and he needed space and I was trying to respect, him wanting space. And so I did what the only thing I could think of to do, which was I started fasting and praying for him. And that lasted for about 4 days.
Okay. To my subscribers, and for those of you, I don't know how many of you are like religious, but if you're a subscriber and you're not religious, fasting pretty much means that you're giving something up to grow your connection with the Lord, basically. And the amount and it depends on how long you fast. You can fast for a week, you can fast for a month, you can fast for, I don't know if you can fast for a year, but I guess you could. In her case, she fasted for 4 days, like she said. And I can tell you right now that the next thing she's gonna say is it was pretty hard for her. Because I was kind of like, I think one of the days when she was fasting, we were at the talent show, so yeah. Which is also up on my YouTube page if you want to check that out after this video. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I'm going to say for this. Continue.
It's pretty crazy. But it worked. It worked.
About eating.
Yep.
I always ask her what she ate.
It just goes to show.
Yeah, it's true. But it did work, because a day or two later I sent him a song thinking no reply, but he replied back. I was like, thank you for not ignoring me. But yeah, so then there was, Tuesday, there's a talent show at the Gathering, and oh man, performance I had, I bombed it. It's so bad.
Good job. Well done.
I bombed it so bad. I was like,
Okay. You may think it was bad, but in my eyes, but I seen you do amazing. So just thought I'd touch up on that. You did fantastic that night. But you think that you did bad, I think you did good. Opinion. It's just a matter of opinion.
nervous and I was cold and I was in day 3 of the fast, so my body was starting to feel wonky and weird. But then what's even better, during intermission, the break before performing, basically, I was just sitting there and I see that Emilio messaged me, and so I look through the messages and what is it but him confessing his feelings for me. And I'm just like, is this actually happening right now? This is what crossed my mind. But I felt bad because I knew he would see that I had saw it, so I was like, I have to message back. So it's like, I'm at the gathering, I can't respond the way I want to. I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just like busy right now.
Not ignoring him.
Kind of thing. So I messaged him back, but it was pretty wild and crazy.
She wasn't.
And so later on, I was like, we need to talk about this. So let's
Just
meet up
playing around.
tomorrow and talk about it. And I was originally planning on ending the fast that night with friends going to Tim's or something, but I felt like God was saying end it with Emilio. And so to me that made sense. Start off with him, might as well end off with him too. And so the next day came and I was like cleaning the house, getting
Makes
it ready,
sense.
but and also fasting stuff. And I remember
Also.
praying, saying, you know, like God, you know, leading guide my actions, leading guide my speech. I pray that you wouldn't allow us to cross any borders we're not supposed to cross. You know, I just pray to get your will done in this meeting, in this situation. And that was basically my prayer to God. And then Emilio came. And we went downstairs and I made him take a cracker. And, you know, we went cheers to healing. And we cheers crackers and I ate it in front of him. And that's how I ended the fast.
Yep.
Started off with, you know, for healing for him and ended off with healing for him. So, and then basically I read / you know, showed him notes and stuff of what I was feeling, why I was upset and stuff. And then also my feelings for him, which was I was on the fence at the time. What he didn't know was in the background of my mind, I was, you know, arguing with God, like, God, why not Emilio? He seems like such a great cat. Why not? You know, and I was just like, why not, man? And
Because, Emily, God knows all, sees all, and He knows who you're gonna fall in love with. But luckily, He knew you were gonna fall in love with Emilio, so yeah. Good on both of you again. Proud of you.
I wanted to. I really wanted to be like, let's do this. Like, yes, but I just felt like God was saying no for some reason. I felt like He was saying no, and so I was really confused, and I didn't know for sure. So that's why I was on the fence about it. And so then Emilio was like, you're not going to see me anymore. I'm not coming to your church anymore. I'm not going to be messaging you. Like, you're not going to be seeing me for a long, long time. I remember that really sucked, but it was just like, whatever, man. Like, you just gotta get better. That was my stage. Like, just get better. Like, that's all that mattered to me.
Whatever, man.
Whatever,
Yeah.
man. Gosh.
Yes.
But,
Yes.
yeah. So,
Yes.
you
That
know, and
is
I was
the
just
right
like,
thing to do. Be
promise
there.
me you'll be there for Victoria. Because I know my friend Victoria doesn't have many close people. And he's like, yeah, I'll be there for her. I'll be there for Latalia. And for me, that was just like, okay, good. Like, I don't care about me so much. Like, if you're there for them, okay, that's fine. Like, whatever about me. You know, just as long as you're there for them, as long as you get better. You know, going to another church, that's fine. Just get better. That was my state of, you know, what I was thinking. Of course, it sucked, but I just wanted to get better. And, so then we, you know, hugged it out, saying goodbye, but then it turned into longer than hugging. We ended up holding hands and snuggling for a while. How long exactly?
A good 6 hours.
6 hours? Okay, yo. Hold up. 6 hours. Guys, that's a long time. I mean, it's not like the world's longest hug, but it is quite long. 6 hours. A 6 hour hug, like, come on. You at that point, you gotta think there's gotta be something there. See, that's where I would think maybe that's where the chemistry came in. Because, as I said previously, chemistry don't come from nowhere. So I'm guessing that's where it came from, because 6 hours is a long time. Honestly, you gotta really think about the connection. So, if that's where part of it came from, great. Then that would settle my previous argument. If not, then I don't know. Then I would need clarification from Emily and Emilio. Yeah, but anyway, onwards.
Oh yeah, just 6 hours, no big deal.
6 hours.
It was crazy.
Wild.
Honestly thought literally just talk and then leave, but no, it was 6
thought so, too.
hours. Yeah, but definitely what I noted was I felt at peace about it, like perfect peace, and it just felt right, and I didn't have any conviction in me whatsoever, besides, you know, questioning my mind a little bit, but besides that, it was, you know, just so chill, peaceful time, and even just noting hanging out with him, it just, like, I was comfortable around him, and, like, you know, just noted those things, but, yeah, it was a nice, you know, we were savoring each other's time.
Yeah.
We were saying goodbye forever, pretty much, is what it felt like. And so we just were absorbing each other's time as long as we could. But yeah, and then, you know, he said goodbye.
Tea break.
Oh, tea break.
Whoa,
Nice.
tea break. Nice.
A quick tea break.
Cool.
Mine's coffee.
Wow. Coffee and
Whoa. Whoa. Me and Emilio just happen to be drinking coffee at the
Fun
exact
fact.
same time.
tea. Anyway,
Actually, no,
back to the story.
that's
So he says goodbye.
joking.
I say until later.
this was
Then the next day comes in
I'm
the
not sure when
morning
this
and
was
I'm just
posted,
crying
actually.
in bed and I'm like, God, this is so unfair. Why would you bring two people together that have such great chemistry to then just rip them apart and break their hearts? That's not the God I serve. That does not make sense to me. And so I went to a prayer meeting and I was
okay. Yeah, that sometimes again, sometimes God can bring people together. He can separate them. But sometimes okay, when God separates two people, maybe it's for a reason. I think it's for a reason. Honestly, if God were to separate two people, I feel like it would be because he wants to help both of them kind of get better or have more healing or something like that. So that's my take on that. Anyways, go on.
crying and praying for Emilio and stuff. And then I came back to the house and I was there with my mom and Elizabeth and Victoria and was talking to them about it. And my mom was like, you should move forward with this. Elizabeth was saying, you should move forward with this. And I'm just like, what? Because I've never dated anyone ever. So to hear my mom be like, yeah, go for it, it's like, what? And yeah, so then my mom, Jordan and Emily, they came over too. And I was just hearing like different sides of like relationships and stuff, and like how I was nervous for them too, and things like that. And I was reassuring
Emily
me.
has a sister.
And then I was reading scripture
Emily
for
got
reassurance. Like the Lord knew I would need a lot of reassurance. Yeah. So he brought a lot of people to help convince me and whatnot. But yeah, it was just like so many emotions going through my mind and stuff, and also just the fact that I ended the fast the day before, so my body was so weird and all these lovely things. And do you like that? Nice.
That's great.
You just found a Wyatt card. Anyways, so
Who was off? Okay, Emily and Emilio. Question for you two. Who was it that was off to the side there? Because you looked at someone. I seen that. You two looked at someone. Who was it? Who was it? Who were you looking at? They'll probably say who it was. If not, who were you looking at? Continue.
yeah, basically, like, I was just going through a lot. And, but then I remembered this one thing, a friend of mine, Daniel and Kasha, their story, and how
yes,
for
Daniel and
Daniel, what
Kasha.
convinced him to be, and
Amazing.
to say yes to Kasha was, he saw like a vision of himself trapped in a bubble, and this bubble was Kasha's love, and he couldn't escape that love. And so for me, it was, I literally prayed, God, don't allow us to cross any borders we're not supposed to cross. We did more than I thought we were going to, and I had felt at perfect peace about it. Yes, take the card. Yes,
Got him.
yes. Sorry.
What?
You guys
Okay,
know what we're
seriously.
talking about.
Who's off
Anyway.
camera? Seriously. No. Who's off camera? Who was off to the side there, guys? Because you guys haven't mentioned who's off to the side in this video yet. So, who was it that you're talking to on the side there? My curiosity has gone from here to here as to who was on the side there. Because you looked over and you were talking to someone there for a brief amount of time. I seen you two look over. So who was it? I am curious. Tell me. JK. But yeah, I'm really curious now. Who was it?
So yeah, basically, like, I thought about that, and that was basically what convinced me to say yes. So my mom was gonna meet up with Emilio earlier at the Tim's to talk and stuff, and so she's like, do you want me to tell him yes? Like, she mentioned that a few times, and I was just like, okay, sure. So off
Okay,
she
so,
went.
like, really
and
nervously?
wingman mama, thank you.
Okay. Another point I want to make. Another point I want to make, Emily, I've corrected you about this many times, okay? And I'm going to correct you again. You can only use the term wingman when it's a guy. Like when a guy wingmans you. But when a woman helps another woman out, the term is wing woman. Get it right. The term is wing woman. But when a dude helps another guy out with getting a girl that he likes, it's called wingman. Okay? Even when a guy helps a girl get another guy that she likes, it's called wingman. But like I said, when a woman helps another woman get a man that she likes, it's called wing woman. Please just get it right. Please, I beg, just get it right. Just get it right. I beg you. Please get it right. Sorry, I had to address that.
Wingman.
Thank you.
Woman.
Yeah. Woman, yes. And so I was with Victoria at the house waiting, like nervous and all that. And then I get the text message from my mom, and she's like, "Operation Boyfriends a go," and I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" So sitting outside waiting at the front, and then he comes and we talk, and basically, long story short, September 2nd was the day we both said yes, let's do this. And since then, it's been a crazy wild adventure.
Yay!
Emilio, do you
Wild
have anything
adventure.
you want to add? Your perspective
Adventure
on
time
the
with
story?
Emily Clapp.
Yes. My perspective was, the cool police came by, and they needed to help this girl.
Well, his
To
perspective.
show how cool she was. But the cool police fell in love with her. Whoops, oops.
Oopsies.
But no, honestly. So what happened was
R.I.P.
basically what happened was I
R.I.P.
just
cool
became
police.
a close friend. I always did like her, but I always did
R.I.P.
like
that
her,
cool police.
but
Hey.
it wasn't enough to mean anything, you know. But over the time of talking to her and being with her, the chemistry blew up. It was crazy, and
Chemistry blew up.
I liked her so much
The
that
chemistry
it
blew
began
up,
to
guys.
hurt me, and being around her was painful because
Interesting.
I would
It-
hang out with
exploded.
her so much that in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, this feels like a girlfriend. This feels so nice. And if only. And those thoughts in the back of my mind kept hurting me. I'm like, man, this sucks. I can't do this.
I know.
I can't do this, Emily. But, however,
Yep.
so it was hurting so bad where I actually had to back away. I had to back off. I had to just leave. And it caused me to be depressed because all I wanted to do was help this girl and give Emily a good friend, give someone that she's close to. And same with Victoria and same with everyone else I was trying to be friends with. But when I knew that I couldn't be friends with Emily, I basically felt really sad and a lot of self-hate because I'm just another person that became close friends to Emily just to leave her. I did nothing for her in the end, and that caused me a lot of pain.
That's rough.
And I'm no better than anyone else. And I just felt like if I were to get close to anybody else, I'd
Definitely
do
not
the same
Amelia.
thing. So that's why I thought I didn't deserve to be anyone's friend.
Perfect.
And I just grew really depressed.
No one in this world is
And-
perfect.
And
Honestly.
when I saw my depression was hurting Emily because I was backing away and saying these things,
Mm-hmm.
I knew that I had to man up and actually confess how I felt because it was the right thing to do. And my embarrassment, I would rather be embarrassed and admit my feelings than to hurt Emily, and that's what I did. And so that night where we met, with the healing crackers, I was nervous. I was anxious. I didn't really sleep well that night because I had a lot of feelings going through myself as well. And I thought it would be a quick hug goodbye, and somehow It lasted 6 hours.
Yep.
Craziness.
That's a long
And
hug,
it was
guys.
the fastest 6 hours of my life.
Long
And I was
hug, 6
blessed.
hours, come on.
It was the most intimate moment I've ever had with anyone.
Yep.
And I really do cherish that moment. And I'm very thankful.
That
This
moment that
month
matters
has
the most,
been
guys.
Nothing but the best.
All that matters, guys,
Just
is that moment.
How was the meeting with my mom for you?
Oh yeah, the meeting, man. Man, I thought it would suck.
the meeting
morning
with
the morning after
her
that
mother.
intimate night, she's text.
The meeting.
Wendy texted me.
Love
She's
that.
like,
Love how they called it.
She
The
just
meeting,
says that she has
quote
a heavy
unquote.
heart for me and she would like to meet and talk to me and for me, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be something really sappy and I'm gonna feel bad but it's because I love Wendy too, so I'm like, might as well meet Wendy and just to say goodbye. Basically, I don't plan to just bite the bullet just because someone wants to see you and you do like them too. But I had no idea it would turn out into Operation Boyfriend. Operation Boyfriend.
Operation
was even in my
Boyfriend.
head.
Amazing.
For
I
me,
love
was
it.
Operation Heal and Heartbreak, but that was my operation.
Sounds like something out of a boy. Or it sounds like something out of a
when
video
Wendy
game.
said at the
Operation
end that
Boyfriend.
About Operation Boyfriend,
Sorry,
boy,
whoops.
Emily wants to try this out. I'm
Sorry.
like, whoa, what happened here? I literally hugged this girl yesterday, like it was my final day seeing her, and now it's like things went full circle. It's
Yep.
crazy.
It is crazy. And now here we are.
Yep.
Like a little
Here they
over a
are.
month later.
Here they are,
Police.
the loving couple that they are, guys.
Cool Police did a good job. Thank you, Cool Police.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's our
Cool
story.
police.
So that's pretty cool.
Sticking with the cool police
Thank you, Lord.
line.
He's
Nice.
good.
Love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nice. They're very
Yeah.
thankful. They're very
Now, what's your story?
Whoa! Comment below. Thank you
Nice.
for watching.
Love it.
So this is cool.
Bye.
Bye.
Alrighty. Well, that was my reaction to
All you do in your doll, whatever doll.
sorry, ladies and gents. That was my reaction to their love story, basically. Overall, I enjoyed their story aside from a few points that I made along the way. I feel they were valid points, but I'll leave them to decide that because they're going to do a reaction of my reaction. So great! I can't wait to see that. So, yeah. That's going to be it for me. Also, if you haven't already done so yet, subscribe to my channel because YouTube's algorithm seems to be a little bit messed up. Because according to the algorithm or whatever, only, 50% of you are subscribed. So if you haven't already done so, click the red button below and subscribe to my channel. I am currently at 134. So if you could push me up to that 140, I would appreciate you all so very much. This has been King LJ signing off.